Ryan, can you hear me? I cannot hear you, Brian. Your voice. I think it's on mute. Yeah. I think it's still on mute. Yes, now it's fine.
You can hear me now. How are
I
you doing this
very
evening?
well, very well, very well. How are you doing?
Doing great. Had a very productive day.
Okay.
And there you go.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about my day.
Yeah.
Well, I got this morning. My wife wanted to go to the grocery store, so we went to the grocery store and took care of that.
Hmm.
And then I started working around the house. It had a little rain here today, and you're probably getting it now,
Yeah.
being where you're at.
Yeah.
And decided to do some work out in the yard. And then I thought, well, this is a good time because all the rain yesterday and a little bit this morning.
Hmm.
I went and took a load of firewood over to a friend of mine, probably where he camps at. It's probably about 10 miles from here. So I went ahead and did that,
Hmm.
stacked it all. And yeah, I would say he'll probably end up inviting me to some of his picnics and stuff
Oh, that's great.
later after Memorial Day.
That's great. So yeah, really highly productive day, and chores itself is very important to make sure everything keeps running smoothly. My hair are looking a little bit like vanilla ice, back in the day. Mhm.
It looks good on you. Looks good. I
So
went ahead and it's been quite a few years since I actually let a professional cut my hair.
yeah,
My wife should have
yeah,
hair. So
yeah. So yeah, so we were anticipating that Jennifer would be able to join us as well, but she had some commitment. So maybe on Monday or next time. So
but actually said she had a cancellation. I don't know if you saw that or not. She had a cancellation. She can do
oh,
it tomorrow.
okay. So yeah, so I shared the link in our joint group, and so if she's available, then she can click that, and she'll be able to hop on this call. But you were telling me something about your plans, or your further interests in taking this cause to the next level, taking giving us more guidance with regards to our app. And I was speaking to this councilman from Pennsylvania, and he is also an organ donor and bone marrow donor. And so I'm going to have a business podcast with him. But looks like we are connecting very well, and he was congratulating us on our project, Life Immortal. Probably saw your podcast as well. And so I will try to, during the podcast, I will try to cajole him into joining doing a podcast with us on Life Immortal as well, because obviously he's an organ donor. And
Yeah.
then I will try to seduce him for signing up on our app as well, so that it will be inspiring for a lot of people, because he's very influential in his community. And he offered me a Philly steak sandwich, and he said, as I told him, then if you are around, then I will take you around, and maybe I will cook you something. He's in Pennsylvania, so I told him, if you're in New York, then I'm gonna cook you something. your favorite steak or something. And if you I am there, then I'm gonna ask you to take me to the best Philly steak sandwich. And then he sent me a picture of that, and with French fries in it as well. So I said it's a huge one. Yeah. And last time I was in Pennsylvania, I went to an Italian Philly sandwich place, and extremely amazing, meat and cuts and experience. So yeah, so like our podcast is doing very well, and it's increasing our circle of influence, and people are feeling interested in it, and they're congratulating me on the whatever we are trying to do. And but like I always say, the real heroes are you, on top of the chart, because you donate. And then people like recipients like Jennifer, who have to weather a task, or battle with the health challenges. And then there are miracles which the science defies. And then with the a higher power, universe, Lord, whatever you name it, he makes it happen. And he causes the redemption and resurrection of things that are considered impossible in the book of science.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of that.
Yes, yes. And it's
Uh,
metaphysical and it's unexplainable.
yeah. Do you have we're going live. Does anybody ever ask to join the meetings?
So I wanted someone I have a friend who's a doctor who did the first podcast with us, with me. I don't know if you were able to see him. I'm going to share that podcast with you. So he's probably going to join us, and we'll have an expert. And then you guys will be perfect, because one is a recipient, one is a donor, one is a doctor, and I'm just sideline watcher, spectator, so to say.
Yeah, you're the facilitator. You get us all together, and that's what's really neat about all this
That's
is
neat. Yeah.
you're bringing all these people together,
I'm just,
and we're able to tell
yeah,
our story, and
yeah,
plus motivate other people to think really hard about being a kidney, liver, an organ donor in general. And
yes,
that's eternal life. I
yes,
mean, it's like that song I said, and I always thought I would go before my niece.
yes.
I after my living's done here, I'll still live on in a way,
Absolutely, yes, yes, yes,
and
definitely,
that's what it's all about. You know?
yes, yes. I mean, I was trying to have that trickle down approach. I was reaching out to these organizations and hospitals and institutes, and but really people who are persevering this journey are the ones who really feel the pain, and who face these challenges. And then again, my entire objective was against the red tape environment of the waiting list. And once again, it's the human beings who are coming to rescue. Institutionalized setups are they have different motivations. And in fact, I have invited the director of Donate Life New York. I sent her your podcast as well. She was very inspired, and actually my email was giving some problem, and then she reached out on my other email specifically to let me know that as soon as her director's schedule will free up, they are doing some campaigns. So she would definitely want to join us, because it's a job. They got to be here. And especially when the donors and recipients and experts are reciprocating and responding and participating, then they should be there and just galvanize the entire effort that we are trying to put together, because at the end of the day, it's not only is a platform for promoting the app and the cause of organ donation, but it is also a way to find it's a labyrinth. You have to solve the puzzle for people who are looking for these donations, and there are people who are available to give these donations, and somehow they are just wearing this t-shirt that I need kidney, and they're walking in Disney and looking for some divine intervention,
Yeah,
which is not happening. And we are creating all these Tinders and Amazons and Netflixes and all these things, but where we should focus. Yeah, Jeff Stunkard, the councilman, he owns a couple of medical technology companies, and he is doing amazing work in terms of utilizing the best of the technologies and AI with the support of National Institute of Health, NIH, and he's doing mind-boggling work, whether it is prosthetics, whether it is Weight Watch, whether it is cancer, whether a whole host of things. And I see no reason for them to not go become public knowledge, because they are years ahead of time, and all these Microsofts and Facebooks and Apple should deploy them in their devices, and let these technologies serve humanity, because we have invested too much in artificial intelligence and too less into actual intelligence.
that's true.
Yeah.
Wanted everybody to know that that song that I sang on your broadcast,
Yes.
uh, "Gifts of Life, Gifts of Love." I've been getting calls from Nashville. I'm
Really?
not ready to. Oh yeah, and it's a major artist that wants it. He's getting ready to retire, and he's wanting to do something special.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah,
Oh,
they're wanting me to come down there, but
I would come with you because well, last time I was in Nashville, they wanted to put a Michael Jackson tribute band together, and
yeah,
and the drummer is working for Pearl, the drum company, and he reached out to me and he said, let's put something together. They are having another tribute band for another major artist, a country artist. I'll tell you the name later on. I'll check it up, look it up. So and I went to the Honky Tonk Highway, Broadway, and performed there as well with a band, and became friends. That's the most beautiful thing about music, that yeah, strangers become your friends. You
yeah,
jam with them, and sometimes the bond is stronger than it feels like you've known each other for years, because you have practiced for years, and now it's all becoming, it's like shaking hands and putting it all together and making sense of rhythm and timing and music. So yeah, let me know. It will be
yeah.
it's great
Would need.
news. Yeah, yeah.
So the, the best way. How do you feel is the best way to get this message out? Like just like what we're doing, and what else could we do?
Well, I had some ideas that I chatted with you, and like I'll put them on record now as well. That you're very influential in your community, in your field, and as a broadcaster, as a radio jockey over the years, you have cultivated a following, so to say. So and as a singer yourself, we can take this awareness drive, and match and mix and amalgamate it with the message of God, and then take it to places, and let's see how uh, humanity can survive, because like uh, being a humanist or being a man of faith, it's the same thing. The objective and the destination is same. That to help each other and to because that's all we have. We just have each other, and everything else is secondary. Whether it is money, whether it is technology, whether it is even nature. Our first responsibility is to each other. Sadly, we live in times where I'm not again disqualifying animal rights, but I think animals have more rights than human beings these days when it comes to
Some
uh, yes, I mean, for example, you cannot show gore material or dog fights on YouTube, but you see UFC, people bleeding and all, and you cannot shoot a pit bull and you shoot a human being on the street. So we need to revisit, and we need reforms in all directions. And like I said, it's not a political thing. I firmly believe that Democrats or Republicans, they all need to empower the common man. They have different routes, different methodologies, different formulas, but the target is the same: to empower a common man. And same is about faith. The idea is to make humanity proud.
yeah. So, what would be our next step?
So next
Or
step is that
maybe,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
pardon me?
Go ahead. You were telling me something that you had some ideas regarding some people who would be interested, or you have some
But
feeling.
phone with us today, since we're going live, and on your end, you can see if somebody is watching and if they want to come on, right?
So it's not live. I'm recording it, and then I'm
Oh,
gonna yeah, release it like within 5 minutes of as our conversation will end.
uh, that's that's what I'd like to do is see how we can get more people,
Hmm.
and then me as a donor, and you as actually the narrator, and
Hmm.
we'll going back and forth with that too,
Yeah.
and because I have practical experience on
Yes.
giving it
Yeah.
a bit big donor,
Yeah.
and I've seen what my niece went through when she was actually 2 years, 2.5 years old. She got the first kidney, and it was tough. She had to have a feeder in her nose, and then every 2 days, 2.5 days, she'd
Hmm.
have to go get dialysis. And
Yeah.
I've sat with a couple of my friends when they had dialysis, and it's draining for them
Hmm.
people. So
Hmm.
when they get a new kidney, man, they feel like $1 million, and of course the donor feels like he got hit by a truck,
Yes.
for a day or two, for a
Right.
day or two,
Right.
and the recovery time is you know fairly short for that type of operation.
Hmm.
I was up and moving around within a couple of days, and then 2 weeks I was out walking. I felt better getting out and moving, and the end of the second week, I started swimming, which that was my sport,
Hmm.
and, and that brought me back to where within 6 weeks I was doing heavy manual labor,
Okay.
and
I mean,
and
it's a great like I can say that the human willpower is the most incredible entities, the energy. Because once you because essentially when you donate any organ, your body gets into a panic mode as to the dependency on that organ. Suddenly that is gone, and again only a donor like you can understand what I'm saying. And it's in a shock, and it's in panic, and it tries to adjust, and through that it's like again it's only you can feel and understand how to overcome that feeling of panic, and how the brain also gets into this state of anxiety as to what's happening, because the system is all jeopardized. So It's a again a remarkable thing that you were swimming within a few weeks. I would consider that the happiness that you felt for your niece would just multiply everything.
And see, that was on December the 14th,
Okay.
2004. And that Christmas, when we all got together and the family got together, that was a special, special Christmas. And the Christmases afterwards, were
Yes.
all special because
Right.
remembered how active she was. I mean, that was 14th, and then just 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
we were having Christmas together, and it was remarkable. And
Yes.
I really never missed the thing. My body went into shock probably for about 2 days, and then I leveled out because I knew that I needed to drink a lot of water because and I didn't over drink it, but even now I crave water and I crave fruit juices. I mean,
Yes.
not fruit punch,
Right.
fruit juices,
Re-
vegetables and stuff like that.
yeah.
I don't tend to like a lot of meat. I eat fish and chicken
Mm.
mostly.
Okay, that's
No, I
good.
like a little bit of beef every now and then.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm an American. I like a
Right.
good hamburger every now and then, but
Right. Right. Yeah.
when I have it, it's a quality one.
Yeah. 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 I mean, again, like I said, the precautions. I'm definitely, sure that you were the local homecoming hero on the Christmas and the church and again the feeling of seeing your niece so active and feeling healthy and happy was the greatest accomplishment in your life. But all these precautions and all these uh, protocols that you had to go through, and you're still going through. And again, nothing was mandatory. It was all your, goodness of your heart, because we are living in a times of social jet lag, so to say. Everybody is isolated in their phones, and attention span of a goldfish. And yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's 8 seconds now, human attention span, and everybody is looking for instant gratification. And at the same time, you lived a life. And again, I would say you have doubly gifted by God, because you have this gift of music as well. Besides, this gift of nature that you gave to your niece. So you didn't have to, but you did it, and it's the role model. I think I would recommend the White House to give you a Medal of Honor, because yeah.
There's there,
Sorry.
yeah, and there's so many donors. Medal
There
of
are,
Honor,
but it's symbolic, it's
yeah,
about making an example. It's not an isolated incident. Like, for example, Medal of Honors are given to people who did something great. That was one of thing. But if somebody like you is appreciated, and again, we have to redefine the pride and glory. And so, if you are honored, and then millions of people will be inspired. So that isolated incident can lead to the gratification of one person, and but and it's not about you in specifically. It's about the thought. It's about the valor, the courage, the goodness of heart, because people need to be inspired about that. People, again, when I heard the story of Jennifer, I thought that,
yeah,
for me, you are the Iron Man and she's the Wonder Woman, because all these, comics and all this is all fictional stuff. And when we all go to sleep, we are all alone, and we come into this world alone, and then we die alone. But on the way, if you are able to help other people, then what can be more beautiful than that?
yeah. If I told you just what's happened in the last 2 years, you'd be amazed on some of the people I've helped. Other,
Sure,
and
sure. Share your story. So, everything that you
some
uh,
of it's really,
is
but
a highlight. Yeah.
yeah, there's been some people that I've out of love, helped, and two of them have passed away in the last year. But I think I've made them happy and feel wanted. And some of these people were homeless,
Hmm.
and there's people look right through them,
Yes.
and I see the humanity in these people,
Right.
and just to speak to them and give them a water, or actually just stop for a second. Hey, you're over here getting money. What are you getting money for? I want
Right.
to get something to eat. Let's go
Right.
over to Burger King.
Right.
Sit down and sit
That's
down
right.
and talk with them,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and just take 15, 20 minutes to half an hour out of your life,
That's right.
and you know helping these people, and then that's a blessing to them, but then the blessing comes back to you.
Yes, of course.
Like we were talking about,
Right. 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 The thing is
the
that for people like you, you have a reservoir of love to give. So unless you don't give that love, you can't create more space in your heart for more love. So people like you should just continuously keep on giving, and not just you. I mean, you are of course superhuman, but generally speaking, when you let go of something, then you create space for more stuff. So same goes about energies and love. So just checking in, like you mentioned, just checking in with homeless or houseless people, unhoused, as they're trying, rewording it. So that is, and again, just offering them a fast food, or just taking them out as
I
uh,
know enough sources that are in this local area that I can guide them in the right direction. Some of them are addicts.
yeah.
Do you want to quit?
Yes.
Uh, you know, and do that, and then say, hey, there's more.
Yes.
There's more. Do you want help quitting?
That's right.
Sometimes you got to give it up and give it up to your God.
Yes, that's true.
Sometimes you got to get help.
Yes.
Sometimes if they're very far into their addiction, they
Mm.
need you know help getting there,
Yes.
because
Yes, it's a disease.
I've
Yeah. Yeah.
seen my wife's ex-husband and other people go through withdrawals,
Yes.
and it's it's scary. It's scary for them
Yes, it
because
is.
you're not sure if they're going to die, and some people die,
Yes.
on what they call their addiction, and
Yeah.
DTs trying to quit on their own.
Right, right. I mean, even in my wife was into strong substance use abuse, and I drew the line for her. I set the boundary. I said, if you want to have kids, you better get clean. Otherwise, there's no way. But again, like I say, there is so much you can do, and she was, I think she still is clean, but again, there is times that you question yourself, but all you can do is you can offer support and help, like you are doing as well, and
But
and
they got serious,
sorry.
and the more serious they are, the more you help them. If they're not if they're not doing the punchline,
Right.
I mean, not the punchline, but hitting every mark, then
Yes,
you got to question
that's right.
what you're doing.
That's,
Are you enabling them?
yes, yes,
And there
and
was a lot of times I could realize I was enabling people.
yes. Oh, okay.
It, you give them money, for rent and stuff, but where's that other money that they had?
That's right. That's right.
from
Exactly.
drugs?
Yeah. So yeah,
And
and that's what I feel sometimes. But like I said,
try
your
to
own presence is a role model, and courage is contagious, and just me being there was a good influence on my wife, and and she doesn't even smoke now, as far as I know. But the thing is that you cannot stop loving them, and you have to create more space. And like you said, sometimes you doubt yourself that you are enabling them as well, because again, now you're doing it out of goodness, but how far can you go?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I've learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
You know, I've lost a stepson and a granddaughter
Okay.
to addiction.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
and the thing is that it's not just direct addiction. Then
full
there,
full
yeah,
over the years, and
yeah.
some of them in the music business.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there, that's what I'm saying, that sometimes it's not just directly drugs. Sometimes their anxieties and their emotions take over and force them into doing strange things, and then the relationships become challenge, and you don't know where it is coming from, but indirectly it's the effect of all those things that were done. And especially in music, sometimes it is considered entitlement. And I've been into studios all my life, and I've been smoking secondhand marijuana and weed, because I never used to do it. But by the time we stepped out of the studio, I was more stoned than them, because I was
Yeah,
inhaling everything from everyone.
yeah, and that's a part that's widespread in music business. The more popular they get, the more it
Yeah.
yeah, the more anxiety. And I'll be honest with you, I've seen what the stage and going on tour can do to people.
Yes.
It,
Yes.
in a different place every night. It's just like that old song, "Turn the Page."
Right.
You don't even know where you're at, and you go on stage, and then uh, they're anxious anyhow,
Yeah.
and wanting to keep what they got,
Yeah.
and they start doing drugs to
Yes.
ease that pain of especially when they start falling on the charts. That devastates
Yes.
some of
Yes.
them. You can't stay on top all the time. You know,
Yes.
you have one, and when it starts falling from the charts, you come out with another one, and then you come out with
True.
another one. And usually you can run a song, and that was 20 years ago,
Hmm.
and everything's coming out even faster and faster and
Yeah.
faster and faster. The song will last 30 days.
Yes. That's
Now, if
true.
it really hits it'll be one of the classics. But
Yes.
if it's just a one shot wonder, and
Mm-hmm.
it just goes up the charts and comes down real fast, and if
Mm-hmm.
it goes up the charts slow, and then usually it'll go up slow and then come down slow. But if it
That's a
goes up real fast and come down,
that's the circle of life. That's the circle of life, and the artist must accept it. Just like in the movie A Star Is Born, it's the same story everywhere.
three
However,
of them.
sorry.
I know all three of them.
Yes, yes. So that's the story of our business, and but again, you don't have to take it at its face value, because one time I was in Thailand, and I just came, and they were playing some song that I knew, and I just went on stage and started singing. And there was this girl, British girl, and she said, "Are you on speed?" I said, "What? No, I'm not." "Are you on LSD? What kind of drug are you on?" I said, "My friend told me, he's crazy. I said that you didn't come, you didn't drink, you just came and you just went on stage." I said, "Just I'm just high on endorphins and high on life. I've never used alcohol to energize me, or it's just pure music, and just the desire to share it with the world." And like you were mentioning, it's not necessary. It's just a contrived thing, and it's just a myth that same as in comedy as well. I do comedy as well, and they think that you got to be drunk to make everyone laugh. It's not necessary. And yeah, maybe for a while, but then it stops working, and like you just mentioned. And just not the billboard chart, but also the chart of life. As you grow old, your energies depart, and then you need more support and more influence. But you can do it with healthy practices and healthy regimes and just good people around you, good energies around you. So, are you going to sing a song today?
I
Sure,
don't know what to say.
sure, sure,
What
sure,
was this? Huh?
sure. Please.
One glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away and be parted out to a land on God's celestial shores. I'll fly away. Well, I'll fly away on glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Bravo, bravo. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. So
that's
I will give a
that's
shout out.
what people that are watching. You know, there's there's funds that you can put into. If you don't feel like you want to donate your body, some religions don't believe in that, and some families don't want you to do it. They want a body put in the ground. Me, I've told my son and all my relatives, and it's in my will that you are to harvest everything that is possibly usable.
That's right.
The medical students, need something to
Yes,
practice on.
that's right.
You know, you can all do this virtual reality and all this other stuff, but they need flesh.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And after a while, that's not any good. So you can cremate it and not take up a space.
Yes,
Because my son's going to be out there, hopefully in heaven.
yeah,
But I think God's going to let me come back and see what's going on down here.
absolutely. Yes. I mean, you are already immortal, and it's not just through your, donation and gift to life, but also through your music and, through your preaching and, through the great force that you are in your community.
And a lot of people don't know what I do, and then I like being like that. Sometimes they think I just come and take up a seat, but they don't see what I'm doing
Yeah.
out there.
Yep.
There's a few people that do,
Right.
which I like that, and I like to let them know what's going on and how this person's doing, so they can check on them.
Hmm.
Actually, there was a homeless person that was staying on our porch, and there was another one that was just getting to where he couldn't stay at the Salvation Army shelter no more. So those people have a place to stay right now.
Right.
Now, I like fixing
Hmm.
this lady. She has uh, issues, and she should be getting her Social Security because she's not able to work.
Right.
Uh, she's able to get up and move around and get her something to eat,
Hmm.
but she's not able to take care of herself.
Right.
And that's one of the things I'm going to help her do is help her get her Social Security.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, definitely. And I would like to, bring our Councilman Justin Card as well on board to help us out with these issues and also probably find a job for Jennifer. And we're going to talk about it more in the podcast with her. Yeah. Sorry.
Jennifer's not working.
No, she's not. Yeah, she's looking for jobs.
How long ago did she get her kidney?
She got her liver when she was 18. So maybe 18 in 1988.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, she should be able to do with the liver, she should be able to do about any job. She could also uh
Yeah, she's looking for one actually.
yeah. And then when she comes on,
Yeah,
we'll try to guide
sure,
her in the right way.
sure.
You know,
Yeah. And I'm
and
gonna
she
give a shout out to my doctor friend Dr. Sayed Haider as well to join us in our next podcast. So I think we have less than a minute left, and thank you so much for coming on. And we're going to continue this, and we're going to bring Jennifer next time, and
okay.
we're going to take this to the next level.
Yes, take it to the next level. Is that going to be tomorrow?
Yes, hopefully so.
Okay.
All right.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Okay. Yes, definitely.
Same channel, same place.
That's place, same place.
All right.
All right. Take care then.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye. Bye. Bye.